Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happening. It's powder coated, it's ready, and we are going to be building the most insane gaming slash workstation slash what can't it do machine on the planet. 64 cores, 256 gigs of RAM, two RTX 3090s, and to cap it all off, the cherry on top, three Samsung Mega Super Ultra Wide monitors. But who could the client be? By the end of this video, you'll know. And you'll also know who our sponsor is. GlassWire allows you to instantly see your current and past network activity, block badly behaving apps on your PC or Android device, and detect malware. Use offer code Linus and get 25% off GlassWire at the link in the video description. Almost a year ago now, our client for this project, who is a real asshole, by the way, reached out and asked us to build them a computer. But not just any computer. You gotta understand, this client, okay, really appreciates like rich people stuff. You know, we're talking owns an actual Lamborghini as opposed to my Lambo. So they weren't gonna settle for some plebeian off-the-shelf computer case. No, they wanted a pyramid, and not just any pyramid, an Illuminati-themed pyramid. So Alex, with some help from the rest of the team here, set to work building an absolutely one-of-the-kind, bespoke, Illuminati-themed pyramid case, which I think has, against all odds, no offense, turned out kind of freaking amazing. If you're into that kind of thing, we're gonna have a playlist popping up here with the journey so you can see the case in its less finished and hopeful state. For now though, this is freaking awesome. Dave's powder coating, considering that it's actually just Dave and some powder coating stuff in sea cans in his backyard, did a bang up job of the paint job here. I mean, it was 400 Canadian dollars, but yeah, I'm into it. By the way, all the prices today are gonna be Canadian. We're Canadian, client's Canadian, and we don't have to do any conversions. Truthfully, the cost of the paint job seems downright reasonable when you look at how much the cooling fans cost. We've got 4 NF-F12 Industrials in the front, and then 4 NF-A12X15s in the back. And this is absolutely necessary because with the kind of hardware we're gonna have in here, we're gonna need a freaking ton of airflow. Though that's not to say that we're gonna need all 2,000 RPMs of these things. They can get pretty loud. So we're gonna be using these 1 to 4 PWM splitters from EK water blocks in order to just bring them down just a little bit into reasonable territory and do some tuning. Total cost for this solution, $321.12. Oh, shiny. We got an ASUS ROG Zenith 2 Alpha, AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3990X. That was $5,000 right there. And then for storage, since it actually wasn't important to the client and had no bling factor anyway, since it's gonna be under a heat spreader, we just chucked a Samsung 970 EVO, I think it is, 2 terabyte in there. Everything's gonna be on a server, over 10 gig networking, and of course, this motherboard is as ballin' as it gets, so it's got 10 gig on board. Now let's put it in, and very funny, you guys. Gotta get that straight shilling in there. LTTstore.com. Now that is what a 6-figure laser gets you. We can engrave on metal now. It's good the client will never know that that's there. Before you ask, we did also point out to the client that the CPU isn't exactly visible either, so spending $5,000 on a Threadripper 3990X for their workload was not necessary in any way, shape, or form. But they insisted, and you know what they say, the customer is always right. And when they're not, you just tell them they're right anyway, because like, it's their money, who gives a shit? Is this supposed to line up?
No.
Oh, I see. Wait, did we move the motherboard up a little bit after having put in the cutout?
How big's the gap?
I mean...
We can move it a tiny bit, but...
It's not small.
Oh, that's way too big, yeah. Let's just move her down a bit.
Okay, this is the Tesla Naughty computer. Wait, you have got to be kidding me. Okay. not quite lined up, but Alex informs me that this much of a gap is necessary in order for us to fit the cooler and power supply. Oh man, these poor holes on the motherboard have a lot of strain on them.
It's stronger because it's stressed.
No.
It's like rebar in buildings.
No, it's not. Alex, had you given any thought to how to put the screws in under the GPU risers?
I didn't last time.
Okay, that's fine. I think I can start them by hand and finish them with the screwdriver. Just at a bit of an angle here. Okay, what's next? So for the fans, is the plan just jam the cables under the motherboard tray and...
Yep.
All right then. I'm into it.
Oh, it won't actually go under like that.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, does it not go through?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to reapit it. Naturally, we can't install our graphics cards in the PCI Express slots like some kind of, slobs. So these are PCI Express 16X risers from Camino that we're gonna be using to put our 2 GPUs here and here, actually here and here, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And this is why most people only move one of their PCI Express cards, or at most 2, because that is a lot of cabling. The good news is I can still get at the RAM slots. Let's put some RAM in. Weighing in at $1,905.12 is our 256 gig kit of 3200 megahertz CL16 DDR4. Now, 3200 megahertz CL16, that doesn't sound that impressive until you consider that each of these is 32 gigs on a single stick. 32, 64, whatever this is, 128. But this is a double-decker RAM sandwich, or as I call it, a RAM-wich. For cooling, there are a number of routes we could have gone. We could have gone water cooling. I mean, you got 64 cores in here, but quite frankly, the client, aside from being an ass, I wouldn't trust to maintain water cooling on their own, so air cooling was the way we were gonna go. This is the Noctua NHU14 Threadripper edition, and we're just gonna pop that puppy on there and call it good. Not too shabby, right? Now meet the DA1650. This is quite literally the only power supply on the market that is able to both deliver the power we need, 1,650 watts at 80+ gold efficiency, while also not being too long to fit in the Pyramid chassis. See, here's the thing. If you weren't following the entire saga, the client changed the spec on us multiple times. So when the RTX 3090 was released, all of a sudden the client's like,
oh, I need the 3090, so you guys are gonna have to find a power supply that'll power 4 of them.
So we came back and we said, look, you're not getting 4, and also even 2 is a flippin' stretch here, and let's put this, how the hell is this supposed to fit in here?
Okay, so all of the cables, you need to run them behind this and through first.
All of them?
All of them. You'll also probably want to plug in like the motherboard stuff now.
I see. I see it's gotten banged up a fair bit.
Yeah, well, you don't need to say that.
Well, no, I see that. I'm not gonna lie to the people, okay? Clearly, this has been abused on the way in and out of this case a couple times.
That's just the fitment.
This is one tight area, sir.
Yeah, just one cable at a time.
No,
nice
I
and
got
easy.
this. They can just get in there. I mean, who needs all the fins on the heatsink to be straight anyway? I feel like I'm at Science World doing those puzzles where you have to like put the seemingly impossible thing into the other thing.
Oh, golly, that's a really bad way to do it.
Look, if you let the bull loose in the china shop, don't be surprised if you break a couple
I see a
glasses.
problem coming.
Hold on a second.
There's a power switch.
Oh no, that power switch will clear. We're up to your so-called deal breaker. Look at that. How switches work, sucker. You see that? Oh yeah, we're stuck on the PCI Express riser there. No problem. Ha! Ha 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 ha!
Oh, that probably only marked it up a little bit more.
There you go, smart guy. Wow. I see what you mean about the clearance between the cooler and the power supply. There is literally none. It's a good thing that I didn't give this one more whack with the hammer because we wouldn't have been putting this together today.
Yep, there's a reason that gap's there.
Okay. Still got to do the GPU cables and the fan cables. It'll be hidden. Oh,
I actually haven't seen it with lighting yet. I'm excited.
Like, I don't know, can I just cram this here? Will that be
Yeah,
visible?
that works.
That works?
Yeah.
Okay. Just get a cable tie, lttstore.com.
Yeah, you've actually got it like about to where I was kind of planning on leaving it.
All right. Okay, so just the GPUs now then.
Yep.
This might just work, Alex.
Of course it will.
Okay, what's next? Is
GPUs.
it GPU time?
GPUs.
No. Ho ho. Now, there's a little trick. We had some real fly instability problems with this the first time it was test assembled as a final product. And what we realized is that when we originally tried out these risers, it was on a Gen 3 motherboard with Gen 3 GPUs. Well, this is PCI Express Gen 4 stuff. Massive problems until we manually changed the motherboard over to Gen 3 mode, which does cost us technically a little bit of bandwidth, but quite frankly, these are already so overkill for the client anyway that it really, really doesn't matter. Now you might have noticed that the graphics card actually did not fit in the first slot I tried to insert it in. That is for good reason. This one right here, unit number 2, had to be modified a little bit. Roll the tape.
I have a bit of a problem, and you guys are not going to be very happy about the solution. This one's just, you know, against that. This one's all the way out here. What the heck? Turns out, oh geez. That's because this little finger right here needs to go away. Problem solved. Wow. Genius. Ha! I'm gonna file that slightly.
We have tested it since then. It does still work. I almost hope the client likes it. If they hadn't been such a royal pain in the butt the whole time.
Oh yeah, now's probably a good time to mention that we have no clue how much these GPUs cost. We just know that the client said we would get them and they arrived. Well, they were not in stock anywhere.
Oh, really? Okay. Sensible people know that SLI is pretty much dead, but you guys, I'm sure, noticed that this is in fact 2 graphics cards. So we're gonna throw this NVLink bridge on here and hope that the intention is for the client to use it as a network render target or something and not actually for games, because like, it's beyond unnecessary. What was your plan for these?
I don't know, it always looks bad.
It always looks bad.
I tried several different ways.
Man, Nvidia, like, come on.
I think going below might look a tiny bit better, but like it's all bad.
Are we ready to test this thing?
Yeah, pretty much. So there is one unfortunate thing. So I did buy like pass-through cables for the display ports that go from here to a little panel that was supposed to go back here.
Yeah, I see that.
The pass-through things were not reliable at all.
So the client's just gonna have to go like play horse veterinarian and like...
Yes.
All right, cool. Whatever, you know what? Screw that guy. You ask for a pyramid, you get a pyramid. So it comes with some inconveniences. I mean, you don't think the pyramids were inconvenient for the Egyptians? They're all in the way and everything. Ready?
Yep.
Oh! The fans are rubbing.
Oh, that sucks. I think they might not be filtered then.
I think they're pulling the filters up into themselves.
Yep. That's actually not very hard to fix, but it does take time.
Is it even posting?
Just give it a sec.
Hey, 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 hey! All 256 gigs of RAM detected. 3990X 6-core F1 to run setup. Whew! This is good. This is the biggest hurdle we need to pass in order for
us to have lunch.
Yeah, going for lunch. And that's it, we're at the desktop. I love the money wallpaper, by the way.
Yeah, a bunch of Robert Bordens.
I don't even know like the names of most of the people on our money. All right, why don't we run a quick stress test and it can sit and run that while we're at lunch and we'll come back.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 stress test. Seems appropriate, right? Game ran perfectly, stability issues are gone. Also, Alex took some time to move all the filters to the outside, so all the fans are spinning. All that's left now then is to put the panels on and find out if the thermals are. Did you test the thermals?
Oh, we need to do RGB first.
RGB. RGB, right, the most important part. Ah! So, you know those brackets that I alluded to earlier in the video? This is what we're putting in them. No, we don't want no wimpy, you know, little RGB strips, little flexible, you know, garbage like that. These are called Helios tubes. Do you know what Helios means? Helios was the god of the sun. And they are appropriately named.
Hey Linus, do you wanna know how much we spent on RGB for this? $2,212.
$2,200 on RGB. Not my problem.
And every cinematographer would cry because they're going into a PC.
This is ridiculous. Some fun speeds and feeds for these. They have 8 RGB pixels. They are fully programmable. You can set up animations and stuff like that, and you can actually control them over DMX from up to 300 meters away. That's 900 feet for my American friends. This is so stupid.
Like, we could use these.
We could, but we won't. Deal with it. I was gonna say, I hope you guys won't be disappointed by the Freemason themed side panels, but I don't have to guess at that. You guys know you love it. How perfect is that for the Illuminati themed PC? Now, our original plan was actually to have dbrand do some special side panel skins for us for the client that were kind of like Illuminati themed. But when they found out that there were 5,300 1/8-inch holes all over these panels, they wimped out on us all PlayStation 5 style and said they couldn't do it. So I guess we're just stuck with the, I guess we're just stuck with the powder coating. It's still pretty cool. Oh my God, that is amazing. These line up like perfectly.
Well, of course they do. We CNC machined it.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm impressed. One panel down, that looks absolutely sick. I wanna show you guys what we're doing for the rear panel. This right here is a hinged panel for the back to allow easy access to the I/O and also pass through. And look at that. One button for overclocking. Okay then. How hard is it watching me manhandle your baby right now?
That's fine.
Oh, I love that it's a giant red button. Oh! Oh my God, this thing is ridiculous. All right, front panel time. This is the centerpiece. This was honestly the first thing that was designed about this machine, and this is now my first time being eyes on with it, so let's have a
Never
look
show
here.
them the back.
Never show them the back.
Never show them the back.
I see. That is sweet. What's so bad about the back? Well, okay then. And what the hell is this?
It's the power button.
Oh man, I love that the first thing you see through the front window is Nvidia's ugly, stupid 12-pin connector. Dang it, Nvidia. This chapter of our lives is finally coming to a close.
Yeah.
Now that all the panels are on, I'm ready to show you the big surprise. Those RGB tubes are something else. Normally, RGB software, like for your PC, is garbage and it can even make your PC slower. But this RGB software runs on an iPad. So you can do basically anything you want with these things and control it from freaking anywhere. Is that fire or is that fire? All right, now we got ice fire. It looks sick, it looks sick. And we've got, of course, we've got ours that we use for filming in the background synchronized, which, I mean, nothing would prevent the client from doing. Here's the dance party. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to put lights like this in your computer though, unless you're like, are gonna have someone professionally film your computer, which naturally, we're gonna do right now. Wasn't that awesome? I mean, this thing is a monument to excess. What could be crazier than this computer? The monitor setup. To contain it, we're gonna need more table. Okay, do you think we have enough space for the monitors?
I don't know.
Not one, not two, but three 49-inch Samsung Odyssey monitors. That is hanging off the table pretty hardcore there. There we go, yeah, sure.
Ooh!
Oy! Oh my God, this is not even usable. Why did they ask for this?
Great question.
It is literally wider than my field of view. I cannot even see the edges of these monitors. Like gaming or productivity, like no matter what it is, this is actually going to be a terrible experience. It seems like the client's never seen one of these monitors in person. And
he owns one. He specifically asked for this because he owns one and he likes it.
The client has one already?
Yes.
And is like, yeah, I think I need 3 of them?
Yes.
What a moron. Okay, are they all fired up?
Nope. As you said, horse doctor it. Oh, you're there.
I lied,
yeah,
I got it.
Yes!
Okay, all right. Jeez. I cannot even find the cursor right now. Where the hell is the cursor? The irony is that you can't even see the computer. 15360, okay, by 1440. This is like 15 Ks wide. Now I know how people feel watching our videos sometimes, where it's like, no, it's just, that's like dumb, it's unnecessary. Okay, I'm sorry. Because you're right. What are we playing? Doom Eternal? Fine.
Yep.
It, FOV of 140 degrees. That's what we're gonna need. I doubt the slider goes that far. 32 by 3 native. Okay. 32 by 3? What? This is a 10:1 aspect ratio. Why didn't the client just get 3 LG C10s? The 48 inchers.
Great question.
It is a great question.
I suggested that.
Well, I know, obviously you did, because you have an ounce of sense, Alex. 120, that's the max. And that would look like a fisheye, like nonsense lens under normal circumstances. That might actually, it's still not even close to wide enough. Okay, so let's crank it, shall we?
Yep.
I'm sitting here going, is it loaded yet? Well, the UI is over here, and over here, literally have to hike to go see the UI. So, oh wow. This is horrible. This is the worst.
Oh, it's making me sick.
This is totally unplayable.
I hate this.
Okay, so we're getting what, like 100 FPS?
Actually, yes.
Should we test out the overclock button?
Yeah, sure. You know what, Brandon? You're right. I'm feeling a little bit nauseated too. If you hadn't said anything, I would have thought I was just imagining. I never get motion sick in games.
Oh God, stop playing.
Okay.
Okay, let's try the overclock
Try the
button.
overclock? All right.
Yeah. You press the overclock button?
Yeah, it's just connected to the reset switch.
Are we gonna tell the client that before we send it?
We don't have to.
I guess we don't have to.
It does get you to the overclock menu though, if you like hit the BIOS.
Thanks for coming along on this adventure with us. Massive shout out to Alex, our shooters. Brandon is holding an extremely heavy rig right now. This has been a very, very long shoot. And of course there were the other ones as well. This has been one heck of a project. Thanks for your patience. If you want to find out who the client is,
we have to tell them, Linus.
we have to tell them?
We have to tell them.
All right, a lot of you guessed it. The client is Dbrand. Get the best prices of a great selection of PC hardware and other technology at any of Micro Center's 25 locations across the US. They're featuring the Netgear Nighthawk Pro Gaming XR 1000 Wi-Fi 6 gaming router with 6-stream Wi-Fi 6 up to 5.4 gigabit per second, 5 gigabit ports, 1 WAN, 4 LAN, and it runs Duma OS 3.0, which is loaded with gaming optimizing technology, geofencing, bandwidth allocation, or quality of service, and a ping heat map, and more. Check out it and much more at Micro Center at the link in the video description. If you guys enjoyed this video, you might enjoy some of our other crazy fabrication projects. Should we point them at one of the sleepers?
Sure.
Which one was the most hellish?
Margaret.
Margaret. Go watch Margaret the Sleeper.